Garner brothers. I'd like to talk about the vaccine.
Oh! So, the First Presidency released a statement yesterday urging all members of the church to get their vaccine shot and mask up. And apparently that has upset many people. Well, I wanted to tell a little bit about my story. Since the onset of this whole thing, I've hated masks. I just think they're just ridiculous. I've been very hesitant to get the shot. Matter of fact, I've never seen the purpose in it. It's been pretty ridiculous to me. The whole thing, just kind of ridiculous. Yet, I found myself this last spring in somewhat of a predicament. I've had strong feelings about it, and the people around me also shared those same feelings. Yet I also knew many good people that, lined up to get the shot as soon as it was available, and including our dear prophet. And so, nothing really made sense to me, and so I decided it's probably time to find out what Heavenly Father thinks about it and what He wants me to do. And I prayed and I received an answer, and it surprised me. It was a weird. I don't really when I receive revelation, I don't really receive questions that often. And I received a question. The question was, if Joseph Smith were alive today and he got the vaccine, what would you do? And I answered out loud, and I said, I would be first in line. And then the follow-up was, President Nelson holds the same mantle and holds those same keys. And right then and there, I knew that getting the vaccine had nothing to do with health concerns, had nothing to do with political rivalries, it had nothing to do with any social justice or being right or wrong. It had nothing to do with any of those things. For me, it only had to do with being obedient. And so then and there I decided this isn't worth it. None of this contention, none of this fighting is worth, none of the inconvenience is worth disobeying or going against what our dear prophet is encouraging us to do.
I guess all I can say about the First Presidency message regarding masks and vaccinations is just acknowledge the fact that this is hard for a lot of people. This isn't easy, and I don't think it was meant to be easy. Even our prophet recently said that things in the future will seem unfair. This might be one of those things. And just to realize in the end what's the most important thing, and take a step back, an eternal perspective of things, and always know that we will be on the right if we choose to follow the prophet.
There were many times in the scriptures where the Lord's people were commanded to fight for their freedoms, like with Captain Moroni. And there were other times in the scriptures where the Lord's people were commanded to be submissive and not fight, like with Alma in the seat of Helam. So the question is, what do we do now? Do we fight for our freedoms? Fight against government regulations that we feel are abusing their powers and go against our freedoms? Or do we be submissive? Well, the answer is very simple, actually. In every instance where the Lord commanded His people to either fight or be submissive, the Lord always revealed his will to his prophet. It is not time to fight. It's not time to be a Captain Moroni. It's time to be submissive, and we know that because our prophet has told us. So, be like those faithful saints in the New Testament when Christ himself told them to be submissive, to walk a mile, to turn the other cheek. Be like that, because that is what our prophet is telling us. Don't be sifted.
And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch.